It was an upset special at our last GNCC race in Georgia as Adam McGill took his first career victory with Taylor Kaiser and rookie Brandon Summers rounding out the podium. Where are the veterans? Can they fight back this week in North Carolina? Racer TV is next.
Playing in the dirt, face full of mud, sacrificing flesh and blood. Playing in the dirt, digging in the ground. Oh, now I'm asking you, where you gonna be when it all goes down, 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 down?
Hello everyone, Jason Wygant here for the Can-Am Grand National Cross Country Series on Racer TV. We're ready for the FMF Steele Creek GNCC from Morganton, North Carolina. It is very cold out today, and this is one of the rougher courses on this circuit. Ready to brave the elements, Taylor Kaiser, our runner-up at our last round. Brian Cook, very consistent this year with a second and a fourth, and Brandon Summers, the rookie, very strong in points. But what about the veterans? Chris Borick, a win, and then some bad luck at DNF at our previous round of the tour. And Bill Balance, man, Balance DNF'd also. That did not finish at our last race in Georgia. It's been a long, long time since both Balance and Borick have not led this series. They have been the dominators the last few years. Let's go racing here in North Carolina. Balance and Borick trying to get revenge, but it is McGill who won the previous round in Georgia with the hole shot again. So the ITP Hole Shot Award goes to the young man from West Virginia, and you know McGill is going to be fired up. A lot of people wondered, would he have won like he did the last race if Balance and Borick were there? Well, he's got a chance to prove himself, and he makes a mistake here in turn two. Is he going to give up the lead? It's Balance putting the pressure on, but no, McGill gets the lead back. Balance into the number 2 position, so this is the scenario we wanted to see, and William Yoakley in that National Guard Honda into the number 3 position. A good start by Yoakley. There goes Summers and Kaiser. Chris Bithell on the Can-Am. Borick, not the start he wanted, and we're already into the woods. Balance chasing down McGill. What does the champ have today?
Going to be slick in a lot of places and corners, and going to probably have to watch it on the hill climbs and stuff like that to keep momentum and traction going, but we're here to get a win. We need to get something going this season. So far, we've got off to a bad start. We got a third in Florida, but after crashing and had some bad luck at the last one, didn't finish. But we're here today. Everything's working good. We've got gone back to the stuff that we've had working for us in the last few years, and try to get out there and get a win today.
Well, here's your showdown. Balance. He will go fast early in these races, as will McGill. Yoakley, a veteran rider, Smiley here in 4th place as well. These guys like to set themselves up for a little bit later in the race. Chris Jenks right there with them in the hunt early. Rest of the field coming through. There's a Privateer McClure. There's Gallagher on the Yamaha. Let's take you to our Rocky Mountain Spotlight. We'll be right back. This week's Rocky Mountain ATV MC Product Spotlight focuses on protection. Specifically, protection for the front of your 4-wheeled ATV during GNCC style competition. Let's look at the Tusk Comp Series aluminum front bumper. At just $69.99, this bumper is made from high-quality, lightweight, and durable 6061 aluminum tubing with a full 1 inch in diameter for maximum durability. The bumper also features an aluminum faceplate that can be removed with the option of replacing it with a custom plate. The custom faceplates retail for $19.99. These bumper plates are made from highly polished stainless steel for a mirror-like finish, and they install with all the original faceplate hardware for easy installation. There are 4 different styles to choose from. The custom bumper faceplate retails for $19.99 and makes the perfect companion for the aluminum front bumper at $69.99. Back to the action here, and McGill, he's hooting and hollering, and I don't even see Balance back there at all. Look at the gap that McGill has opened up early on our series champ, and Balance doesn't look to be nearly as aggressive as McGill is. Now, Balance is running pretty strong, though, because he has put some distance between himself and Yoakley and Smiley. And Smiley about to come under some pressure here. You can see the different lines. That's how you pass. It is Jenks still putting the pressure on the veteran Smiley. But McGill pulling away from Balance.
Last race was a really good race for me. I was really happy with the way it came out. I didn't know how far in front I was, so I just kept pushing it all day. I didn't want anybody to catch me or to pass me at the end like it has happened before, so I kept pushing it all day, making passes where I can make passes, trying to make time up where I can make time up, and it worked out the best for me and Taylor and Brandon, so I'm really happy for all of us. It was a very young podium up there, and 20, 21, a 24-year-old guy. I don't think you can get a whole lot younger up there with us. I'm thinking about the championship, of course. I mean, that's what you're gunning for. I mean, you want to win races, but like Tim and Shane was both telling me, they've won championships before without winning any races all year. So staying consistent, staying up front, and finishing on the box every race or even in the top 5, I think would be a big help in trying to lead KTM to their first championship.
I'll tell you what, here it is through the mud here at Steele Creek, and a nice line by McGill to get in and out. You see the fans love this action. Balance there in second. Again, not as aggressive as McGill. And I can't believe that McGill is already, and that KTM team is already ready to win championships. It's an amazing thing what they have done with this brand new machine, but they have reason to be that confident. McGill leading lap 1. And he is doing exactly like he did at our last race in Georgia, putting time on balance right now. Let's see what the champs got up his sleeve. We're just getting started here in North Carolina. Stay tuned with us on Racer TV. Racer TV is brought to you by Can-Am, Yamaha, Rocky Mountain ATV MC, and MotoTees.com. Let's check out our GNCC morning race from this FMF Steele Creek Grand National Cross Country event. That includes our utility classes, also our women's, super senior, novice, and even a schoolboy class for some younger riders. And you see the four-wheel drive machines taking to it. We got 4 different classes for utilities. Lights and open, that's 500cc and 800cc. And then limited for a limited amount of modifications. Cliff Beasley coming by here has been the dominator in that 500cc lights class. The open class winner our first 2 rounds has been Brian Buchanan. Looks like Michael Benson is back here in the U2 class. That's our 4th utility class. That is for 2-wheel drive machines with automatic transmissions. And we also have the 4x4 limited class, and Michael Swift has been the man to beat in that class the last few years. And here's Swift doing what he does best on his number 207 Warnet Racing Can-Am. And you can see these guys are plenty fast, even in the open rough sections, on their utility machines. Mike Benson, a veteran, been racing this series for over 20 years, and he still goes plenty fast here in this morning division. But the women's racers have been the one to beat the first 2 rounds this year. They've taken both overalls. Tracy Checo and Angel Atwell have been the fastest of that group. Here's Swift and Beasley going to try to hang with them. But ultimately, it would be Benson who would put the best challenge up for the women's racers. Benson has come so close so many times to stealing an overall win away from Checo on adjusted time. And he's going to give it another run here in North Carolina. See Checo on that 450. It's so muddy and slippery out here. The 4-wheel drive machines have an advantage on a few sections of the course. That wasn't the case at the first 2 rounds. Checo being pressured by Jen Albright. Also the women's class. Checo's won this title year after year after year. This year, though, the competition from Angel Atwell is stiff. Checo stepped it up today. She's going to hold off Benson to win the overall and the women's class.
Very muddy race, so I just knew off the starting line I was going to have to ride smart. I was second. We started row number 3 today, and I just rode very smart, picked good lines, worked my way around Stephanie Parton, and from then on, I just trucked on through. Yeah.
All right, thanks to Hannah Reed there with our podium interview. Benson and Swift round out the top 3 today. Who will round out the top 3 in this afternoon pro race? We'll see. You've got McGill and Balance out there. And by the way, not only do we have pros, we have hundreds of amateur racers out there in this morning division and in this afternoon division. Go to GNCCRacing.com to get information on the series schedule and come out and try one on your own if you got an ATV. Chris Borick, a bad start today, trying to work his way forward. He's got Taylor Kaiser right behind him and Brandon Summers. So Kaiser and Summers on the podium in our last race. And the winner of our first race, Borick, they want to move up. And there's Johnny Gallagher. He's the riding and training partner of Summers. He would like to stick with his young teammate and move toward the front. But no one is sticking with McGill. He has put the hammer down. And there is no one else in sight. This is unbelievable. This is checking out. And I know these are long races and anything can happen, but we don't normally see leads like this early in a race in a GNCC. The guys usually like to follow each other. They kind of learn the racetrack. McGill's just hammering. Let's check in with Matt Smiley.
Definitely want to get off to a good start. I've been struggling on the starts this year, so I want to get out front early and just stay with the leaders and stay out of bottlenecks. We got some slick conditions, some uphills. People are going to be getting hung up out here, so I'll just keep moving forward, keep my Maxxis tires digging, and keep a fresh pair of Scott goggles on all day, and hopefully I'll be there in the front at the end.
Well, you can almost count on that. You give Smiley a good start. He doesn't make mistakes. He doesn't throw the races away, and he preps his equipment to get to the finish line. There goes Smiley, and he's gotten around Yoakley now.
Yeah, I think still know how to ride in the mud. It's I don't have reverse anymore, but I still as long as luck plays on my side, I have a good day in mud. It don't bother me, and like I said, you never know what predicament you're going to get into with the mud. So, if it's muddy out there or whatever, it's just hope for good luck and just try to be smart and just bring it home.
McGill still dialing it in out front on that KTM. You see one of the team officials there pointing the head, be smart. I don't know, he's just letting it all hang out. The problem here is for balance. Smiley has caught him and now passed him. So Smiley has got around his longtime rival. So the number 4 into the number 2 position, then it's Balance in third. And every time Balance struggles at the beginning of a season, we've seen this happen before, you begin to hear whispers. Has he won too much? Has he gotten complacent? Is he no longer pushing as hard as he used to? I'll tell you what, Adam McGill is pushing as hard as anyone ever has. He's not going to ask questions to Balance until this thing is over. McGill dominant so far.
Racer TV is brought to you by Can-Am, Yamaha, Rocky Mountain ATV MC, and MotoTees.com.
Welcome back to Racer TV. It's Grand National Cross Country Racing. Jason Wygant giving you the call. And now we'll have a look at our GNCC youth race. As for riders aged 6 to 15 on smaller machines, and they run at an abbreviated version of the full-size GNCC track. There's a new face out front. We've had 2 different winners in the first 2 rounds this year, and now it's a 3rd rider, Ryan Ratliff, who gets out early in this North Carolina mud. Here's your competition. You got Matt Harris, Jerry Welch, and Seth Mumford going to try to run Ratliff, a rider out of Maryland, down. You see the goggles off. It's actually raining now, and goggles don't really do too much in the rain. They help, but they're really great in mud. Rain, though, you need windshield wipers on those things to make it work. Ratliff maintaining the lead. Mumford, who has been so fast but so unlucky the last few years on the number 900, is holding off Welch. Welch just got a face full of that North Carolina mud and water. Ratliff, who finished a solid run, got in the top 5 at our previous race in Georgia, today is going to be a winner. That's the first ever career overall win for this young man out of Maryland. Let's check in with Ryan Ratliff.
Pretty muddy track out there. Would you say you ride better in the mud? Is that what got you on the podium today?
Oh yeah, I like the mud and I like to dry. It's just dependent if it's tight or whatever. I don't know.
It's Ratliff, Welch, and Merritt rounding out your top 3. Let's listen in on this pit stop with Adam McGill. And back to the action here, McGill. And you know, he's getting cheered up and down this pit row. He's such a fun-loving guy. A lot of the fans like him. A lot of his fellow racers like him. Although if he keeps winning like this, you never know. Smiley and Balance still battling. That's the XC Bob Safari Motorsports Honda squad, and that's going to get... No, I thought they had Smiley out in time. Balance almost got him back, and there's Yoakley right there. And what a battle between these 3. These guys are very close off the racetrack. They've raced each other a long, long time, and they can bench race about this when it's over, no matter how much banging they've done. Although you know Smiley and Yoakley would love to finish out front of their old nemesis, Bill Balance. And Smiley is out front of him again. I thought Balance and the Yamaha crew were going to make that pass in the pits. Didn't happen. And Yoakley's staying in the hunt as well. But while they're doing this, it's just allowing McGill to get further and further away. Balance started right behind McGill. And before long, McGill was gone. Although I've got to wonder if Balance is firing on all cylinders here. Now losing a little more ground to Smiley, who's opened up a gap. And they've opened it up a bit on Yoakley as well. One of our chase riders going to jump in behind him. Check in with Chris Borick.
Last week we had a good start. Was up there. It was really a muddy race. Got stuck. Came back up through, and just something stupid happened. We clipped the rock and broke one of the chain guides, and then it broke a chain. So basically took us out of the race. But we're looking forward to today. Bikes all dialed in and ready to go.
All right, well, Borick, with the bad start, going to have to work his way forward. We've got a change again. Yoakley has gotten around balance, and Smiley has gone to the back of this group. And remember what Smiley said earlier about bottlenecks and traffic. Remember, there are hundreds of amateur racers out here. They're great racers in their own right, but this front pack is fast. Oh, Borick has caught them now. So just wait till we get to lap traffic. You think it's been mixed up already. Yoakley balanced Smiley, and now Borick in a torrid battle for the number 2 spot. Photographers over there on the side trying to catch these guys going through the mud, and Yoakley is handling it best right now. Some fans getting down there to cheer Yoakley on. He is a fan favorite for sure. Borick has made the pass on Smiley, so Smiley put in a little charge, got to second, and now it's dropped back to 5th. McGill now dealing with those slower riders that we were talking about, some of the amateurs out here. Get off the track. Yoakley's coming through in the number 2 position. Yamaha pit board out. They're trying to tell Balance what he needs to do. He's got Borick on his heels. Actually, no, there's a pretty big gap. The last time we checked in, it was Borick right behind Balance. But now there is a huge gap back there, and it is Smiley who comes through next, not Borick. So as quickly as Borick made up time, he has lost it. And just like that, the white flag is out, and Adam McGill is working on his 2nd straight overall win. Can Yoakley hold off Balance? Stay tuned.
Racer TV is brought to you by Can-Am, Yamaha, Rocky Mountain ATV MC, and MotoTees.com.
All right, gang, it's the stretch run here. Jason Wygant going to give you the call on the last lap of this FMF GNCC at Steele Creek. And Adam McGill grabbed the ITP Hole Shot Award. Probably expected a good run from someone, but before long he was gone. The real battle has been behind him all day, and it's now down to Yoakley and Balance. We had Borick and Smiley in the hunt for a while, and Balance still patient, trying to pick his spots, waiting to make his move, and that is the Balance specialty. Every time you count this man out, he comes up with something, but I'll tell you what, here in 2008, he's going to have to come up with a lot, because McGill has got a big lead over these riders for the 2nd week in a row. We go back here at Balance, though. Looks like he has taken the 2nd place position from Yoakley. They have been fighting for it all the way around this racetrack, but Balance, as usual, holds something in his back pocket in the last lap and makes the move. If you take this guy McGill out of the picture, a phenomenal run for Balance and for Yoakley. But McGill, unfortunately for them, is in the picture, so they're not going to get the win bonus today. Although I'll tell you what, these consistent finishes, McGill is completely unproven in a championship situation. We are only 3 rounds into a 13-race tour, so maybe we're jumping to conclusions here. But the way he has handled this field the last 2 weeks is something I don't believe anyone expected this early on that all-new KTM machine. Balance has put some distance on Yoakley now, and there you see what can happen in these races, especially in the mud. But I think McGill is safe. He's headed for home. He's just going to keep on pushing just like he did in Georgia, just jumping over things the rest of these riders are hitting. Now through the fan section for the last time, and Adam McGill has got 2 in a row in the GNCC series. And I'll tell you what, they always say once you win your first, the rest come easy. Well, we've seen that happen right now because McGill didn't have to work any harder for this one than he has for any other race where he's probably finishing 5th. He made it look easy. Yeah, and he's happy about the 2 for 2. A burnout on the podium for good measure. Now, he's going to celebrate all night long. This young man is pumped. Let's go down and talk to our winner, Adam McGill.
Oh, man, this bike is just phenomenal. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better program. KTM, FRE, Baldwin, Olin's, Maxxis, FMF. Everybody just put together such a great program for me, and I can't complain one bit. This bike will go. I mean, all you got to do is just have the guts to hold it wide open. That thing will pull you anywhere. So, I mean, hats off to them guys being behind me, supporting me, and wanting me to do good.
Well, Bill Balance had a battle on his hands today, and he overcame it. He's going to take the number 2 position.
Oh, it feels good to get on the podium and finish the race. The DNF thing's not too cool, but we got up here on the podium, made some points up today. Unfortunately, we didn't win, but it's going to be a long season, and the bike's working great. The Yamaha is perfect, and I'm looking to have a strong season, get up there in that win circle again here in the next race, and just keep pushing hard, training hard, and try to come out on top.
Let's check out our overall results here. Smiley 4th. Brandon Summers works his way to 5th. And a disappointment, Borick 6th place. Not what he wanted. But I'll tell you who is happy. William Yoakley, the veteran, is putting his National Guard Honda up on the podium.
Yeah, it has been a while. It's great to be here. I knew I could still do it, and we just had to get all of our ducks in a row. And had a tough couple of years, but my Army National Guard Rocky Mountain ATV machine is just working awesome. I mean, we've been tweaking, with the Elka suspension and roll design components. They're really working good on this. And my ITB tires on tire balls, we had them set perfect today, and slamming them rocks. And them Douglas wheels held up good through all that stuff. But we got a good start. This thing cranks really good. My ball and motorsports motor, the HMF exhaust, it's a nice package, and runs awesome. And the Henson clutch components and panel and oil really came in for me. The clutch held up great through all the abuse today. And all the guys at the guard, my family, wife and kids, they've been really good. Had a good race. It's been a while since I've been here, but it's good to be back, so I plan on staying.
That's how you get your sponsors plugged. Well done, William. Well done for Bill Balance. But best of all, Adam McGill grabs the ITP Hole Shot Award, takes a look over his shoulder. He sees it's Bill Balance, and he just put the hammer down. And there was no answer for McGill today. The real battle was behind. Balance, Yoakley, Smiley. They did war for second place, while Adam McGill ran a pace all his own up front, and the fans were loving it. Balance and Smiley battling for the number 2 spot. Yoakley would eventually show in there as well. When it was all said and done, the 8-time and defending GNCC champ Balance would squeeze into the number 2 spot, but the win was Adam McGill's. We're glad you could join us here from racing in North Carolina. We'll be back from racing in South Carolina at our next round of the tour. We'll see once again if Borick or Balance can make up ground on McGill. For everyone at Racer TV, I'm Jason Wygant. Thanks for watching Can-Am GNCC Racing.